We're here with head coach Tom Jessee and seniors Shamika Williams and Illyssa Vivo. Coach Jessee, can you talk a little about the 2013-14 team and what you expect?
Well, obviously we're excited about the people we brought in and all the players back. So, every year's different. You shouldn't and can't compare. Yet we still do as coaches. On reference back to teams in the past. So this group's been challenged now to kind of get us back on track in hopes to get us back competing for a conference championship, competing at the national level. And to do that, we're going to challenge them. Our schedule is the hardest that we've ever had. We'll play 4 or 5 top-ranked teams right out of the gate. We're going to play the number 1 preseason team in the country on the second night out after having played a tough game against Francis Marion. So we'll go out west and play another highly ranked team in Chico State. So, and the list just goes on and on. And the conference is just going to be outstanding. A lot of parity. The most we thought last year was the most parity we had in the conference, and it was up to that point. But that will be passed again this year because it's just that good. But love what I've seen out of our kids. We got some senior leadership that we were lacking a little bit, that we've kind of stumbled around. I felt like we had a little bit of a gap in some of our recruiting classes that we've closed that gap on by recruits we've brought in. But these guys have worked hard. Vivo and Shamika have done a good job in the off season getting themselves ready to come back here and really go out on top. It's really a mindset, and the practices are a grind. These are the dog days, waiting for the games to get here. The preseason's now behind them. That itself is the most challenging thing. So we've got some new players that we're going to count on that are very skilled, but we will turn to our returning players early to lead us both by example and on the court. So we're excited. We hope that we can continue to build on last year's success. We did think we had it's funny in this business, we thought we had a really pretty decent year, but in some schools that would be a great year. But it's not an acceptable year here by us. We have expectations. There's been a tradition here, a high standard been set, and we want to challenge our players to do that every year. But it's easy to say, it's easy for them to talk about it. We got to go out and do it. And so we're excited about getting started and kind of getting that last year's taste out of your mouth, shall we say.
You're only a few days into the official practices. Can you talk a little bit about what you've seen and what pleases you?
Yeah, I mean, we're deeper than we've been, but we've got to stay healthy, and that we do have a couple injuries at this point that are healing up that are important to us. So if we can stay healthy, it'll be one of the deepest teams we've had. We've been working hard at trying to get that accomplished here, and this will probably be the first year we've been able to do that. We would realistically like to play 9 or 10 people, and we can if they all learn the system, the new players, and they all buy in. That's the key word. Everybody's got to buy in and get on the same page in regards to the system and stuff. But I like what we've seen early with the learning curve's a little bit faster now with the veterans back. We can lean on them. We've got good size. We can play back down in the post with some size that we haven't had and some depth. We want to run a little bit more. I thought we really had a lot on the defensive side of the ball last year, and we do every year. That's our calling card. But we had too many close 3, 4, 5 point ball games, even on the winning side. So we got to score more points. This group's has been challenged. Got to push the basketball and get up and down the court, and they've done that to this point. I thought each day we've been better than we were the previous day in practice, and that's progress. That's all we can ask for.
Illyssa, you've been here 3 years now. You've been through the ups and downs, and what do you see that's different in this year's team?
Well, I see already that we're starting out at a level that we're not having to pick up pieces that we had to start at the last 2 years I've been here. So I think we're already ahead of the game, and obviously have a lot of work to do, but I'm extremely confident with what we have right now and where we can go with this year. I don't think there's any limit to what we could do this year with the personnel that we have. We have smart players, played many positions, and I'm pretty excited about what we could do.
Shamika, you came back from an injury midseason last year and really showed some glimpses of being a great player. What are your goals for this year?
Stay healthy. That's on the top of my list. I just want to be consistent for my team as well. Provide more minutes and be effective when I'm in the game as well, and just be able to help teammates out if they need help on plays or in any situation.
You've welcomed a lot of newcomers this year. How have you guys helped to get them adjusted to the game here?
Well, I mean, they have adjusted pretty well. Most of them are open to learning new things and being in a new environment, so that definitely makes the transition a lot easier. We get along great. It's probably the closest team I've been on, so that makes it a lot easier too.
What should we expect to see from this year's team? What are the things to look forward to?
I think our chemistry should be clicking a lot better on the court. Offensive tempo is going to be a lot better. Defense is always going to be there. That's the main point. But I think it's going to be a lot better of a flow on the game, a lot more exciting to watch.
Now, both of you transferred to the University of Tampa. Can you speak a little bit about that decision and what it's meant to you now after that and your seniors?
By far, one of my best decisions ever. I'm very glad it happened, and it makes it easy for, I think, other transfers to come in, being that there's so many of us that have transferred, just to discuss. It doesn't matter where you came from or where you wanted to start. Here, it's just a brand new opportunity, and playing for Coach Jessee, it's great. It's been awesome, and I wish I had more years than this being my last one.
Coming from a JUCO, I mean, I didn't come from a bad situation, so it's a lot different than most transfers that come in. But coming from a junior college, it's definitely a different experience, a bigger school, a lot of new people out here, and the bond that I got with the coaches now, it's pretty impressive. Pretty strong bond. I'm pretty tight with all the teammates, transfers, people that have been here. It's definitely an easy transition because it's a smaller school. People know everybody. Everybody's personable, and yeah, it's good.
It's just like all around, everything is just like there's a closeness here, and it's just like it's a lot family environment here. So I love it.
What are your goals for this year?
Well, we want to take that conference title, regular season. We had our own pillowcases now as a team. Just everyday goal. We want to host a regional, but we definitely want to get the conference out of the way.
And that's the first goal. To start with conference, and then we're pushing for regional.
And obviously, it doesn't stop from there.
Yeah.
We made pillowcases up this year for them. It's kind of a neat little thing. They took our team goals and we had them written on the pillowcases and give them a pillowcase. We wanted to go to sleep every night with those goals on their mind and wake up every morning with them on their mind. And as little and as tacky as that may sound, it's the little things that win championships. It's not the big things, and both on the court and off the court. So we got to be hungry. Kids have to show that. They have to play with passion. Coaches don't want to coach effort and energy. That's not what we want to do. We can't do that. So we'll have them ready. We'll be excited, and I look forward to to us getting started and the 2013 class making their name for themselves too.
Can you guys talk a little bit about what you guys do as a team and what brings you guys together?
I mean, what don't we do as a team would be more the question you should be asking. Like, everything we do is just like it's either like 5 or 6 of us or it's the whole team. Like, we always do little cookouts. We have cookouts at Vivo's place.
Everybody uses my cooking skills as a get together.
I mean, the best thing we probably do as a team is sing and dance. We all have our own little dance in the huddle. It's just, I don't know, this the bond that we have with each other on the team is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's nonstop. You'll find at least 4 or 5 of us together at any given time of the day. So.
Right.
And Coach, you've had a lot of very successful teams here. What are your expectations for this group?
Well, I said when I came here 12 years ago that we wanted to align ourselves up with the best teams here at the University of Tampa, and the programs here have a high standard. The bar's been raised really high. Baseball, volleyball, women's soccer, men's soccer, cross country. You just go right down the list. Doesn't matter. Softball. Everybody's had just a phenomenal team. So we want to do our part. I hope this team understands and gets a chance to celebrate. That at the end of the year, that's the goal I have for all our teams. We want them to feel that joy of a celebration. Unfortunately, only one team's going to get to do that, and it isn't easy. You have to go take it from somebody. They won't give it to you, and we're now that we might be a little bit more of the underdog role, we don't have as big a bullseye on our back as we've had in the past. Hopefully, we can use that and spin that in a direction that'll help us get that goal achieved. But we're excited. I think this group's got every opportunity. They've got the talent. There's not really anything missing from this group to keep it from achieving that goal.